So in the previous video I talked about this problem and I went through the process and I was stumped here, and the reason is because there are answers that are fractions, and I don't want to get too complicated with these fractional answers, and I'll go through them if you have questions in class. But the problem is that to have all the fractions on here would create a big mess on your paper. So what I want to talk about is one down here and how you go about solving it. So again, the goal was to create a system with one less variable so that we could solve it for a specific variable. And notice how these z's match up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the z's to eliminate by adding these two equations. So what I'm left with is 3y. These z's eliminate, and that's going to be equal to positive 3. So I divide by 3, and I'm left with y equals a positive 1. Now I need to find the next variable, and I can plug it into all of these if I wanted to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it into one of these equations because it'll leave me with one variable left. So if I plug it into the second equation, 13 times 1 minus 4z equals 29, it'll give me an equation to solve for z. So I subtract 13, I get negative 4z equals 16. Divide by a negative 4, I get z equals negative 4. Now I need to take both of these equations and plug them into one of the equations. Doesn't matter which one I pick, I'm going to pick the second, or the last one. 2x minus 3 times 1 plus 2 times a negative 4 equals a negative 7. So I have 2x minus 3 minus 8 equals a negative 7. 2x minus 11 equals a negative 7. I add 11. I get 2x equals positive 4. Divide by 2, I get x equals 2. So my answer is 2, comma, 1, comma, negative 4. Now, the idea behind this is that since there's three answers, we write it as an ordered triple, not an ordered pair. And there's not much of a difference between what we do here and what we do for elimination. We just have to do it 3 different times, and you have to plug in things 2 different times. So yes, it's going to be more work, but the process is what's important, to make sure that you're delicate with this process and are able to do it. Now, we're going to spend probably more time than usual focusing on these in class, but this is something that requires an extreme amount of delicacy to make it work, because at any point in this, if you make one small error, this whole thing just explodes. Okay?